I am on my way to a fitting for a shoot that's coming up on Friday. Fittings are kind of standard with shoots because the client doesn't want to go and source all these different clothes that they purchase for the shoot based on the concepts and everything, just to find out you show up and you're busting out the seams of a lot of the clothes, which can happen. The shoot on Friday, probably just go in today for the fitting for like 15 minutes, half hour at most, and go through a few looks, and then hopefully everything will fit. But we have 1 day, 2 days of buffer time to make sure they can go back to the store and get what they need. Some other shoots will be a really quick turnaround. It's crazy. They'll literally have the tailor do either everything overnight or they have it day of. There was one shoot I did for Lee Jeans last year, and they had a tailor in-house in a room in the back just going through a grip of clothes. And there were 4 other models on set, and they were doing it on the fly, which is pretty crazy. So a lot goes on in these shoots that you don't really think about behind the scenes. So this is why it's important, if you are modeling, to make sure you're always keeping your sizes current. I like to keep them on my site, and they're also on my comp cards. Your comp cards are these basically flyers. They're like an oversized business card, sort of, that has your agency info on it. When you go to castings, you can leave it behind with the client. It has a headshot on it, and it has typically 2 to 4 other shots on the back side of select images that your agency will probably pick. It's really important to know your sizes. I went to a tailor just locally. It took like 15 minutes. They go through top to bottom, head to toe, and get all your sizes. Then you can take that, list it, and everything. And you just, if you fluctuate throughout the year more than the average person, just make sure you keep everything updated, because the client can be really, really pissed if you show up and nothing fits, especially suits, because there's not much they can do at that point in case there is any time, for a stylist to leave set, go get it, and come back.
Has that ever happened to you?
This has never happened to me, luckily. I try to stay on the ball, but oftentimes, even though my sizes are true, a lot of brands will fluctuate a ton. You probably noticed this when you go shopping. You could get a size 32 waist pant and have 5 different brands, and some will be enormous, some I can't even close. So, it just is what it is sometimes. But they can always pin it, or they can let it out a little bit, either way, if they're a really experienced stylist.
Well, Bilo, how'd it go?
Hi.
Hi.
This is the worst lighting I've ever seen. We must start over.
You better put this in there. So, fitting went
really good. Got to
very
know
nice.
more about the company. That's always nice. It helps me to get in the zone and the mindset for the shoot itself. Owner was really cool. It was awesome to hear some backstory about the other industries he's been in. He's actually got a big background in the film industry, so that was interesting. Everything fit really good, so now they don't need to take anything back.
Purchase those clothes for them.
I know. I'll do that a lot of the time. I'll be like, so you guys gonna take these back? And if not, then
both of those shirts were really nice on you.
yeah, and they're only Zara, so I can just Venmo them or something. So I'll probably do that. But yeah, it went really good, and told me a little bit about what I'm going to be doing. So seems pretty straightforward. Well, it sounds like it'll be kind of a funny ad for sure, kind of comedic a little bit, or a lot of implications. 10-inch implications. Oh shit, I almost poured this thing.
Oh my, I wish you did. We could it on YouTube. Well, that was fun.
That was fun. I'm glad you could be there.
Yeah, see, that was fun for me.
I know, you almost sat in the car. You're being a big sissy.
No.
Good morning. I just got to my shoot. Today is going to be a commercial and stills. So there'll be 2 shooters, and I'm pretty sure the script is pretty straightforward from what I gathered at the fitting, but they do specialize in custom belt buckles that have this awesome adjustment on the back, really well made, and you can customize it to fit perfectly. Actually, a lot of people in the gun scene are amped about them. A lot of those that do concealed carry in certain areas of the country. So just finding out more about the company as I dive into their site and talking to them at the fitting the other day. And seems like a really cool product, really well made, really well thought out. So it's gonna be fun today. Let's see what happens. So oftentimes at shoots, I'll bring shoe options because they don't always want to go buy a grip of shoes just because, you know, I have enormous feet. So these are the ones I brought, and the rest of the outfit should be provided based on the fitting, and it all fit well. Let's give it a shot. Morning.
Hey,
How are you?
Good.
One of the actors took off over the weekend because he had 2-3 days off or whatever to go visit somebody in Canada. Well, he forgot his passport, and he couldn't get back into the country.
Oh my God.
That was the last we saw of him. I'm not.
There's a couple things you want to make sure you remember when you're traveling internationally. One's a passport. We are just doing a couple touch-ups, but everything is going really good. We're gonna do some takes now with this sweater on, and that's about it right now. Good. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Well, should we do it? Let me ask you one quick question.
One more time never means one more time. So I'm headed home after a long day, but a good one. Shoot went really good. Crew was awesome to work with. They're super nice. Got this fancy sweater out of the deal. Thank you guys at Core Essentials for that. And 2 of their signature belts. Really nice belts. You guys should check them out. They have this track system on the back that makes it cinch up perfect. I really think the quality is outstanding. So probably one of the only belts I wear, to be honest. I'm not just saying that. So I'm headed home. I'm going to change, go back into the routine of back at the gym and get my workout in. And then from there, probably need to snarf something. I'm pretty hungry already. But yeah, it was a good day. I love being on set. It's just such a great sense of accomplishment by the end of the day, especially on a creative project when everyone's kind of collaborating and we're all trying different things. It's fun, it's engaging, and the energy is just always good. So extremely grateful for what I do. And yeah, I should have more content upcoming soon. It's going to talk a little bit more about the ins and outs. So as I was leaving set, the studio that we actually shot in was another photographer's who rents the space out when he's not shooting. And he went out of his way to say that, he could kind of overhear the whole day from his office. And he just said he really appreciated my professionalism. He's like, it was a long day and you just really powered through it, and just appreciate that. So that was a cool thing to hear, but it reminded me of how many models I hear about that aren't like that, that once you get into hour 5 or 6, which isn't that long in my opinion, they start complaining or not staying focused, or on their phones too much or something. And I just think it's really, really important in this industry to take it.
In 1 mile,
Damn it.
exit to the right onto local bypass.
Always.
State Route 56 East.
At least it's a British accent, though. You have to be easy to work with, and you don't want to be a complainer, because although you might get paid for this job, they're not going to call your agency and request you the next time if you're a pain in the ass to work with. So it's really important to, just act like a professional. Show up on time. Don't be difficult when it comes to people styling you. Let them do what they need to do.
Exit to the right onto
Oh my
local bypass. State Route 56 East.
Okay, thanks for that. I might crash. I gotta go. Take care.